Good morning, children. I am going to continue the lesson flower to flower. So in the previous 3 classes, we learned about the different parts of the flower, isn't it? And also we learned the functions of each part. So here I have a show flower with me, and then now you know all the parts of the show flower, plus you know the functions of each part. Now in the same flower, we have to learn in detail about 2 reproductive organs of the flower. So which are the 2 reproductive organs of the flower? The male reproductive organ is called as the Androshim, and the female reproductive organ is called as the Gynecia. Now the Androshim and Gynecia has got certain parts. So that we are going to learn today, because in the further classes we are going to learn about the reproduction in plants. So before that we have to learn the parts of the Gynecia and parts of the Androshim. So now, as you all know, this is the Androshim. Which is the Androshim? The hair-like portion which you see here is the Androshim. The hair, and on the tip of the hair here you can see yellow color powder, isn't it? So this is the Androshim. Teacher will just draw the Androshim on the board. So on the tube you can see hair like portion like this, and you can see a little bit of yellow powder thing on the Androshim. Now both this together is called as the Androshim. This is the Androshim. Now the Androshim has got 2 parts. That is this portion, that is the hair like thing. This is called as the filament. What is this called? Filament. That is this hair like part here. This is called as the filament, and this portion on top is called as the anther. What is it? The hair like portion, that is this portion here which you can see, this hair is the filament, and this powder on top is the anther. So Androshim has got 2 parts. What is it? Filament and anther. So is it very clear about the Androshim? Okay. Now we are going into the parts of the Gynecia. So Androshim has got only 2 parts, filament and anther. Now we are going into the Gynecia. Before going into the Gynecia, I have this shoe fly in my hand. Like that day, I am just going to, I hope you have taken the shoe fly. Did you cut and see the parts inside? So I am going to cut the shoe fly into 2, like how I did that day. And now we will go into detail. That is, you have to cut it very slowly, otherwise what will happen? This whole thing will come out, and then we will not be able to. So when you are taking it out, we have to be very, very, very careful. So when I cut it open here, you can see down the Gynecia starts with this portion. Okay, it starts with this portion. Inside you can see small dot like things, powder like things, and then it is continuing here, and you can see the tube, one thin tube is there, and then it goes and ends on top here, this portion. Okay, so from this end up till here, this is the Gynecia. Now when I draw it on the board, it will be like this. That is this portion. I am drawing this portion. If I take the single one, it will be like this. This is the gynecia. You can see it in your textbook also. If you open, you will be able to see. Now the gynecia, that is here, which you can see this thing. This is called as the ovary. This is the ovary. Which one is the ovary? The outside portion, this round thing which you can see here. This round thing which you can see here. This is the ovary. The ovary is connected, and then from the ovary you can see this whole thing is the ovary. From the ovary the tube is going and it is ending up till here. Inside the ovary here you can see small dots. These things are called as the ovules. These are called as the ovules. So this round thing, that is this thing, that is the ovary, and inside you can see small things, isn't it? I am showing it close. I hope you can see. This is the ovule. Then you can see a long tube like thing here, which is going and ending up here. That is, it starts from here and it ends up till the ovary. That is called as the style. This tube, that is, it starts from here and it ends up here in the ovary. This is called as the style. It is a tube. And on top here you can see this thing. There are three here. You look at only one. This thing. This is called, this top portion is called as the stigma. So now you see, male part is very easy. It's made up of only, androshim is made up of only filament and anther. But in the female part, the gynoecium, this whole thing together is called as the gynoecium. Is it clear? This whole part together is called as the gynoecium. The gynoecium is made up of stigma, which is the topmost portion of the gynoecium. Then there is a tube-like thing that is called as the style. Then down you can see a round sac-like thing that is called as the ovary. Inside the ovary you can see the ovules. Is it very clear? So, gynoecium is made up of stigma, style, ovary and ovules, and the androshim is made up of filament and anther. So, this is the male reproductive organ of the flower, and this is the female reproductive organ of the flower. Is it very clear? So the male reproductive organ of the flower is called as the androshim. It consists of filament and anther. The female reproductive organ is called as the gynoecium. It is made up of stigma, style, ovary and ovules. The next part of that we will learn when we learn about reproduction in plants. So the gynecia, parts of the gynoecium and parts of the androshim, I hope you have understood. Please draw that in your notebook and mark the parts. That is the class for today. Thank you, children.